Welcome to the Taille Unique showroom, where we listen to you just the way you are. Dear models, take a seat, make yourselves comfortable. Today we are turning on the harsh light of the Atelier for a new pop-up. We are pulling our thread counter, that little tailor's magnifying glass that forgives nothing, to examine a weave that is currently suffocating the entire world. If we look at the recent screens and Hollywood display windows, from the organic horror of the substance to the toxic cult of the beauty, we notice a terrifying injunction being sewn right into our skin. An existential dread of wear and tear, a frantic race toward an eternal, frozen, icy youth. They are trying to sell us the illusion that a beauty garment is one that never creases, that a beautiful fabric is one that refuses the passage of time. In our manufacture, we have examined this trend from every seam, and we decided it was high time to unstitch this toxic injunction and replace it with a much nobler framework. The Hollywood industry, and by extension our entire society, suffers from the vinyl syndrome. Vinyl, PVC, plastic, these are synthetic materials. They hold a fascinating promise. They are perfectly smooth, they shine, and above all, they refuse to age. A plastic coat does not develop a patina. It remains taut, rigid, exactly as it was on its first day out of the factory. But my dear models, do you know the tragedy of plastic? It does not breathe. And most importantly, under the pressure of a movement that is too abrupt, or a drop in temperature, plastic does not yield. It cracks. It splits cleanly. The tear is irreparable and grotesque. This is exactly the fate of bodies and minds that inject themselves with synthetics, literally and figuratively, to freeze their architecture. By constantly pulling on the canvas to erase the slightest crease, we become dead material, terrified of movement. Here, we reject plastic. We work with raw leather, heavy linen, thick denim, living organic materials. A noble material is never frozen. It reacts to the temperature of the room. It adapts to the shoulders of the person wearing it. To refuse to age is to surrender the nobility of our raw material to become a synthetic object. It is locking ourselves in a straitjacket that shines under the spotlights but prevents us from breathing. In leatherworking and haute couture, there is a fundamental concept called pleats of ease, les plis d'aisance. When you put on a brand new heavy leather jacket or shoes fresh out of the box, the fabric is stiff, uncomfortable. It has no history. For it to truly become that second skin that protects us, the material will have to break a little at the joints, in the crook of the elbow, at the knees, on the instep. These breaks in the material are what allow the garment to accompany our stride without hindering us. These are the pleats of ease. What the cosmetic industry and society look at with horror, calling them wrinkles, fine lines, or signs of aging, our Atelier looks at for what they truly are. Your expression lines at the corners of your eyes or around your mouth are not manufacturing defects. They are the physical marks of your repeated smiles, the furrows of your astonishment, the traces left by your survival, your shocks, your laughter, your reconstructions. Wanting to steam them out, to pull on the canvas until it is completely smoothed out, is to erase its history, It is forbidding yourself to move freely within your own body. It is sacrificing the comfort of experience on the altar of a display window aesthetic. This is why in the Taille manufacturer we have made a radical decision. We will never do anti-aging. Being anti-aging is being like anti-gravity on the drape of a dress. It is an absurd, exhausting, and ultimately losing battle. Instead, we practice inner ecology. We do what we call the nourishing of the material. We do not take care of our body, hydrate it, or keep it in motion to try and deceive others about our manufacturing date. We nourish it to preserve its structure. We maintain it to prevent it from drying out from the inside, to keep that famous suppleness we talk about so much here, and so that it can withstand the weathering of life. The goal is not perpetual newness. The goal is the drape. It is therefore time to pin a new term in our official glossary, the patina. The patina is the added value of time on a noble material. It is the absolute refusal of the synthetic injunction. It is the art of maintaining one's suppleness while proudly embracing one's pleats of ease and the history of one's seams. The patina is the elegance of survival. My dear models, the fitting is coming to an end, and the time has come to inspect your own mental wardrobes. Where in your lives are you trying to be smooth plastic instead of embracing being organic leather? Which parts of your history are you trying to camouflage for fear that your pleats of ease might be judged? Let's leave the vinyl illusion to those who fear movement. Let's nourish our fabric from the inside. Let us be proud of the material we are made of, for no new material will ever have the elegance of one that has lived. The showroom is closing its doors for today. If the cut of this pop-up resonated with something in your own architecture, now is the time to make a commitment. Subscribe to Taille on your favorite listening platform. Leave a rating, a comment, and share this episode to help others find a pattern that will free them from their plastic injunctions. Join us on social media to continue this fitting and build this documentary heritage with us. And remember, if no size fits you, wear your own. See you soon.